Welcome, everybody, to another story-filled episode of the Marketing Checklist Viewcast. We're Sharon and Hank Yuloff from Yuloff Creative Marketing Solutions. When you're looking to solve your marketing, HR, sales challenges, we are the small business coaches that you call.
On this Viewcast, you will meet and learn from successful entrepreneurs who are out there making it happen right now.
Yep, here's how it works. We have sent the same questions to every guest. That way we can bring you the very best information. And you notice that my intro changed just a little bit because we have somebody very special today. Why don't you introduce our speaker?
Okay. Our guest today is Johanna Walker, and you can find her at johannawalker.com. How easy is that?
Yeah, and it'll be obvious why we're talking about stories. So here is the kicker. Remember, this is 7 minutes, 21 seconds. Why 7:21?
That's our wedding anniversary.
Yes, it is. And that's why we keep it there. All right, why don't we get started, and I will start the clock.
Awesome. Well, welcome in, Johanna. Keeping in mind, we only have a 3-story building. What is your elevator story?
Well, I was a super quiet, well-behaved kid, and I would go for days without speaking. So quiet. The story I told about myself was, I have nothing to say. When I discovered that that was actually the story I had to tell, I started telling it on stages. Turns out it was a story that so many other people carried. So now what I do is I help people find the story that they've been hiding under wraps, the one that's at the heart of why they do what they do, and I help them tell it with confidence and without apology.
Fabulous. Okay, so give us a little bit more. What is your business really all about?
Okay, what's it about? I serve mission-driven, service-based entrepreneurs. I help them develop authentic presence as speakers. I help them get clear about the ideas they want to be known for, and I help them craft them into compelling talks. I lead 2 online programs. One is where I focus on crafting the talk, telling the story, getting it out there, and the other is where I focus more on delivery and presence and style. So either way, it's going to be fun. We're going to be in our bodies and our voices in a playful spirit, telling stories and sharing our genius.
Fabulous. Okay, so why should our audience flock to you?
Well, I would say I'm good at keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. I'm a ninja at finding the story at the heart of all the mess, the confusion, the sticky notes scattered all over your brain. So many people have so much to say and know they have a story to tell, but can't quite find it, have struggle articulating it. And I go get right to the heart of it. I keep it real and I keep it fun.
Awesome. Okay, what tips could you give to our listeners?
Well, I will say, when you're telling a story, when you're finding a story, a couple things to think about. One is, it's not about you. It's not about you. I encourage you to be vulnerable and be real and go right to the heart of it and talk about the hard things and talk about what took you to the edge and talk about your big struggles. But in the end, the story you're telling is not about you. It's about your audience. So you have to really know who's in your audience, what they care about, where they are on their journey, so that your story plugs right into theirs, so that they see that you're going to be the ally in their story that's going to help them get to where they want to go. So that's a big one. It's not about you.
That's fabulous. Fabulous. What's the amusing job title for you?
Well, I was recently called a message doula.
Okay.
Oh, goody.
A story whisperer, maybe.
Trying to get that. Okay. What are the most common questions that you get about your business?
Well, people ask me a lot if I get nervous when I speak, and I say yes. I just know what to do with the nerves. I know how to use them as my battery pack. People ask me if I can help them become or if I can make them a sought-after speaker. Can you guarantee that I'm going to be a sought-after speaker? And I say,
no.
No.
What if you suck on stage and aren't willing to take advice? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Clearly, you give a better answer.
They asked me how to create an epic talk. And those, I think, go hand in hand. And like, in order to be a sought after speaker, you have to have an epic talk, a talk that really lands, that really gets to the heart of your humanity and delivers exquisite value. And I could go on and on with the questions.
What's the most unexpected thing that's ever happened to you in your job?
I think something that continues to feel like a surprise to me, it was when I first started speaking, when I first started my business, was that the things I had to say and my wisdom and my genius and my experience that people cared about, and that people would drink it up and want to hear more. And I'm like, really? Because to me, it was just the air that I breathe. It's just how I live. It's what I know. And that's so true for so many of my clients. They come to me and they say, well, that's boring. Everybody knows that. And I'm like, no, they don't. No, they don't. That sometimes the most simple, fundamental ideas that you live and breathe every day, though, that's the gold. Those are the most valuable nuggets of wisdom that your audience wants to hear. And they actually need to hear it. So we have to get over ourselves. And I continue to be surprised every day, and it's a delightful surprise.
Awesome. Okay, so the question that is most favored by our do-it-yourselfers out there, what's your favorite business tool that you use to get the job done?
Well, right now I'm really digging Ecamm. I've just started using Ecamm, and there's so much possibility. For a long time, I've been using Zoom and sharing, which I still use, obviously, but sharing my screen through Zoom is kind of cumbersome and clumsy. And I end up in a little corner up in, a little box up in the corner. Yeah. And with Ecamm, there's so much possible. You can be on the screen with your slide. There's a lot of fun things you can do that keeps virtual presentations alive for your audience, and that keep you front and center in the screen. Because when you're speaking, it's not about you, but you are relating to your audience as an actual human person with a heart and with a face and with, all that comes along with being seen.
Okay, so do you have an affiliate link for that? Because you're oh my God, the way you sell it, you ought to get an affiliate link so that you can share that.
Okay, I will.
Yeah. I would have loved to drop that right in here. And okay, so folks, she's going to get an affiliate link. She's going to reach back to us. It's going to be in the notes with the video. All right. So if you want, give Johanna, a couple of bucks here, use the tool, but go through her affiliate link. All right. Because she was nice enough to bring it to you. What 4-letter word best describes you and your business?
I think, you asked me this question. I came with 2: real.
Okay.
And yes, with a double S.
Okay, I'll take that. We'll accept that. Audience, yes. That's. And what about your business makes you the most happy?
That I get to watch people walk right to the edge of what they think is possible and do the thing they didn't know they could do, and then be brilliant and amaze themselves. Even people who think they have it all figured out, you're like, yeah, I got this. I'm a speaker. I'm cool. I got this. When somebody can find their edge and walk to it and bring more of themselves to the stage and shine in their brilliance, it brings so much joy to my heart. I love getting to witness that process.
Yeah. Last night we were at a chamber mixer and everyone got to introduce themselves, and I got the compliment for a speaker. I did our introduction. And when I handed it to the next person, it was that's a really hard act to follow. And I was like, yes. Now, we teach our clients to never, ever say that, because you give your power to that last person.
Me too.
But when he said it last night, I was like, yes, I'll take that power from him. He wasn't a client. So clearly he said those words. You know what? I lost. Oh, my favorite question. What did you learn in nursery school that's helped you the most?
I think what I learned, as I said, I was a quiet kid. I was a really quiet kid, and I would kind of hang by the sidelines. It took a while for me to warm up to play, and I'm glad that I've gotten connected to my voice and my power since then. But what I learned was really how to listen, how to read the room, how to pay attention to the room, how to kind of be able to read other people, because I hung back a little and paid attention. So I think what I bring as a coach is a quality of deep listening, a quality of deep listening, deep awareness, and diving right into the center.
So do you have a number one fantasy lead that you could get? Who's watching, or who could they connect you to? That would be the best lead ever.
Well, I'll go big and just say somebody who's Oprah's BFF.
You know what's funny? I think Oprah is like the number one person requested on our show. It's like one out of every 5 or 6 people. Well, I want to be Oprah, Oprah. So, hey.
I don't want to be Oprah. I want to be on Super Soul Sunday. I think I would rock that stage.
Well, there we go. Have you reached out to them? I mean,
no, actually, I haven't.
Well,
That's
then,
a great idea.
part of getting on there is raising your hand. Come on, we're going to coach you here.
I know.
All right, so,
That's
Johanna,
what I tell my clients when they say, wait, how come I'm not getting booked on stages? I was like, well, are you asking? Are you picking up the phone? And they're like, no.
All right, so here's your second coaching part of this interview. When are you going to reach out?
I'm going to do it Monday morning.
Okay, and you're going to let us know. We're going to hold you accountable, so you're going to let us know, right?
Okay, I will. Thank you.
What we will do, we'll put in the show notes that yes, she did reach out. So now people know to look at the show notes for two different reasons.
Right.
This is so much fun today. Okay, so if our listeners want to reach out to you and start a conversation, they're thinking, oh my God, I need Johanna to get me on that stage, and get out of my own way. Where should they reach out, and what you got for them? And I've seen this, and this is really cool.
Well, I've got a download, How to Tell Better Stories, 10 Tips to Tell Better Stories, some of my favorite tips for telling stories. You can get that at johannawalker.com/better stories.
And
that will be in the show notes as well. So
yes, that's three things that they're going to be clicking on. Awesome. Well done, Johanna. Look at that. Right on time. Once again, we've hit our time.
Right on.
Terrific. So go connect with Johanna, johannawalker.com. And if you want those things that's in the stories, right? So go look in the show notes and get that. And of course, if you want to connect with us, go to howtogettherefaster.com.
Yeah, when you go to howtogettherefaster.com, you get us for a free 30-minute Get Focused Success Call.
And if you would like to be on the Viewcast as well, then just make sure that you let us know when we connect, when you go to howtogettherefaster.com.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate you tuning into the Marketing Checklist Viewcast. We'll see you next time. Have an amazing, amazing day. Remember, if everything happens for a reason,
be the reason things happen.